So, recap of the prologue. After the party was captured, they were tortured for 3 days until Richter was able to find a way for their escape. He found a disguise and had successfully infiltrated the ceremonial chamber, convincing the posted guard that he was there to strip the party of their remaining wares for profit of the community as a whole. After he had the entire group of the guards convinced of this as truth, they brought the barbarian Murrock into the torture chamber once more. However, the plan took a turn for the worse, as Murrock refused to give up his pets. Murrock and Richter wiped out the cultists on the first floor and freed Torin and Derek, but not before the two had electrocuted and punched the remaining guard Chester to death.
Yeah, that was us. That's our moment of glory.
Fucking murked Chester, dude. Chester had no idea what it is. We're just chilling in cages 1 second, and the next second he's being electrocuted by breath and punched
to death.
Yeah, what did I say?
Quite literally.
I tried to fade him over. What was like your flies down or did some stupid
I don't
shit
even
or
remember
something.
what it was.
His family hates you.
Yeah, you
I was
insulted
like, hey,
him.
buddy. I was like, hey buddy, like I'll help. I'll tell you how to kill them.
And then
That was it. And I was
like,
like,
I broke both of his arms.
And then he tried to stab you, missed, and got punched.
Wait, push him through bars, hit him in his fucking chest.
Amazing.
Poor Chester.
Now reunited, they traveled the hidden tunnel system that Richter had discovered to the deepest part of the temple. Without heed for stealth or secrecy, the group barreled their way through the remaining forces until they savagely murdered the Archmage in his bed.
Yeah. For our stuff. He had our stuff.
Okay. Sure.
He had our stuff.
He had our stuff.
Do you not have our stuff?
They
Am I
He's a
a
bad
liar?
man.
Am I
We're good
misremembering?
people.
definitely
You're not. Half of you are chaotic evil. That's not good.
We're
Oh, no, I
just
know
doing
I'm
the
not a good
public a
person.
service.
It's their fault I'm not a good person, though, okay?
It's true.
Their fault.
We did the
They
public
manipulated
service,
you
hence
at a
we're
young
good.
age. Yeah. Say again.
This is a love story.
It's a love story. Where's the romantic interest?
It's a romantic interest with violence.
That's true. Richter then felt the call of his lord Ragnaros and was given a cryptic message, while the party watched and listened in horror to the eldritch powers that be.
I thought it was pretty sick. That was quite hard.
And so our story continues. Session 1. Session 3.
I'm gonna keep reminding us of this every session.
Every session I'll be like, Session 7. Session 3.
Oh, bother.
Alright,
supposed to be done with this already.
After escaping the depths of the Temple of Dormammu. Oh wait, actually, let me change the music vibes, I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
This was the setup music.
This
is it.
Yeah. I like to play the prophecy before, like, we get into the session. I don't know, it just, like, seems to fit the best.
Order fast.
Restaurant is closed.
I don't know what I do. It's
You
something
actually
dramatic.
go there and there's like an ambulance outside. They're really close. And you're like, this is unreal.
You're joking there.
That's what it is. Now
Delta
you guys
and
can't
Landa.
eat. Landa? Is that the other one?
Hitting
My mom
bagel,
said that once.
hitting bagel shops first.
Imagine. Alright. So, after escaping the depths of the Temple of Dormammu, our adventurers took a much-needed reprise wherein they slept for 2 days straight,
Fuck it.
taking refuge in the cave front some few miles south of the temple. Richter, this is perhaps the first time in a very long time that you have seen the outside world and during the day. And because of this, perhaps you feel a deep sigh of relief, as if the fire that's constantly raging has subsided in its intensity, if only for a moment's breath. The rest of the party is now refreshed from a long and wearisome battle, and all exhaustion points have been spent.
Sweet.
Cool.
Therefore, you no longer have disability.
Like you're just saying.
Nice.
So, it is up to you guys what to do, but you are some few miles south of the temple. To understand where you are geographically, I would need somebody to give me either a nature, a survival, or a history check.
Alright, so
Ooh,
we're
I
gonna
have
be
plus
in
2 to
Montana.
history.
Okay.
Is anybody better at it?
Nat 20.
Alright.
Holy shit!
Didn't even need the
What
other.
the
There's
fuck?
my Nat 20 for the round. Tell me everything.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
He's already history. He doesn't know
He is
anything
a
about
noble.
geographical references.
You don't. It would be all encompassing. I mean,
Is it?
Wow.
Why? Do you
How
have
do I keep
something?
doing this?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
It's not the
I
one.
No,
don't think
because-
any of us have any survival. Does anybody have any survival points or anything?
No,
Does
probably
anybody have
Brock
anything
would
in
be
their
the best at
history?
survival, but history is encompassing knowing where places
No.
are based on like the knowledge and the
I've been in a
lore of
cave
what you
for
learn
the
per
temple.
kingdom or village.
She's a foreigner.
I know everything.
I'm just kidding.
He was raised in nobility.
So does
technically.
anybody have any
He read a lot of
checks
books.
that can help us survive?
Probably
the
have
wild?
Okay. So, Phil,
I'm a
You
wanderer.
got a
I
nat
can find
20.
food and water.
Yeah, I haven't
for
touched it.
5
There it is.
people.
It's right
you
there.
would know.
Fuck yeah, bro.
You would know that you guys are
Awesome.
here.
Okay.
The village that you came from
And I have
is
an
over
excellent
here.
memory of maps,
based
terrain.
on the map, that is
Oh,
some
great. So
60 miles
Brock would know this
southwest
too.
of you guys. From
Brock
this
would
location.
also know this.
Brock would
Can I see
know
that
this,
for, like,
but
another-
from
Can I see that for
other
like another half a second? Or am I not? Am I done?
for another half a second.
Half a second.
It's been
I'm not looking at it because I
I
get turned
got,
off.
Like you
Yeah,
know
I
this,
look
like
pretty-
based off of
Yeah.
like geographical location of what you were taught in cartography classes for the.
I recognize the mountain range.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Am I from here? Don't I know?
You would know that the mountain range is the Southern Elk Mountains
Okay.
that run north to south and then have like a curvature in them. And you would know that to the west of you guys is the Halfling Freelands of Celestria.
That's what I was gonna say. Is
Halfling Freelands.
I don't know why I was trying to be
Oh
secret.
my
As
God,
in,
we
like,
go
the
home,
lands
dude.
of the halflings.
That's what I was gonna say.
Is it the
Holy
land of
shit.
the halflings, or is it like a halfling free zone?
It's where the halflings live without being underneath the kingdom of like a
The
bigger.
kingdom of halflings.
Yeah, there is
Shot,
Halfling
guys.
rebels.
In general, halflings will never have kingdoms. Halflings are only at most kind of like
They're hot.
almost
They
cities.
stick to
They're
themselves.
hobbits. They stick to themselves. They stick within their community.
Yeah.
It's very small knit groups all across this, but none of them are underneath an entire kingdom
Halflings make
in this area. You could roll me a survival check, and this would allow you to assist him in as you're moving towards like your location. You're using like the geographical things like which side the moss grows on the trees to know which way is towards
The
water.
sun rises.
You know, you would know
I
that.
got a 13.
Okay, the sun rises in the west. We head this way,
I'm like, no.
but you
Oh,
do have to head west.
Okay.
Yes,
But
southwest, but yes, west.
what I was saying before, why I wanted to see for another half second, is because you showed me where the village was to like the southwest.
hmm
But then I noticed that other.
You would have to cross a mountain range. It is a small mountain range, but you would have to climb a mountain and then go down the mountain. The village that you guys
Right on.
came from prior to this, when you were following the rumors of the archaic powers, was that
Like a kangaroo.
Hobbit town,
Southwest.
which I need to just quickly find
So
for a
we've been to
second.
the Hobbit town.
You have
Once
been to the
prior.
Hobbit town
Oh, so
prior.
I know exactly where we are. Because I'm
Yeah, so he
wandering.
knows exactly where-
I
Ah.
remember all.
You would
Maps
know
and terrain.
that the
That's why I
place
was
that
saying
you
show him
went.
the map too.
Yes. Okay. So I didn't realize that was one of your
I'm just
abilities.
baffled.
So
I
this
don't- I-
was the halfling town
We
that you
come
came
out.
from. It is
Ah.
called Hearth
I'm just like,
Haven.
And
I'm
we
just
were
an
up
average
there.
Now
intelligence.
you are
so
up here
bright.
in the mountain range.
Like,
So
I
this is
live
where
in
through
the
this
city,
forest.
bro. It's
yeah,
like
in a southwest
hot out
direction,
here.
or in order to get to the
Smells
closest
good. Doesn't smell
available
like shit
village
for
to
once,
you
but
all.
I miss the
Because if
city,
you
guys.
tried to
Can we
get
get
to
back
this
the
one,
city?
like Phil was seeing, you would have to climb the mountain and climb back down the mountain. However, you guys are definitely not able to do this. You don't have the necessary tools to climb a mountain or the necessary. Okay, fine, whatever. But like winter clothing, you're reaching like altitudes of ridiculous proportions because it's mountains.
You freeze.
You would freeze.
You have to
You don't
use the
have.
word
You need to
follow.
have the necessary supplies in order to
Better
get
in
through
the-
that way, which you don't
I
have,
have a pickaxe.
and the
I
necessary
didn't say make
clothing
we're
and
gonna
other
spend the next
tools.
1,000 years making tunnels, alright.
What season is it?
Right now, you are in the summer. However, the summer is coming. You give me a history check.
History check?
Yeah. Or nature. You could give me history or nature.
Do the same.
I like-
Yeah, they're
Kinda like-
the same.
You stupid.
I mean, but I'm not. I'm an average Helder.
I turned it on.
Oh no, the other switch. Push that button. Yeah.
I got a 10.
Okay, so it's hot out, and you know it's definitely like summer.
Okay, cool. That's all I wanted to know. Who knows? Like, I'm not that stupid. I should know.
Yeah, no,
Was it
you,
Chris
you
Nolan
at
the
least
last
bit down roll?
no, but like okay, but
Like,
you also
I-
have to understand that like
For
not
calendars.
everybody is educated,
Yes.
Yeah, I
and
get it.
also like you're basing this off of how you feel in a particular, like how the air feels,
Right.
how long the sun is up in the air. You're talking about like
Fair
angles
enough.
of the sun in the sky.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying I would know the exact day, but I feel like I would know the season. I'm not.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, you are.
I mean,
No, I'm not. I'm an average. He's just
You-
11. He's got a +0.
you were raised as an urchin. You were found on the streets. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be educated
Yeah,
in this.
no,
You're
yeah, I know.
educated in how to kill. 100%.
But I've been alive for like 20. Or
yeah,
17
you're not gonna know the
years.
exact day.
I'm not gonna know the exact day or something.
Yeah.
Like I don't count it. but
If
I'd
you
be
had
like,
rolled
yeah,
high
it's
enough, I
just
would have told you the exact day in the
Yeah,
exact
yeah.
year in the fucking.
It is this time of day.
So,
Yeah, the
yeah, no.
The guys
100%.
told him.
Hey Brock, I'm
I should-
sorry.
I should
Hey,
know it.
hey Murdoch.
Yeah.
I had that 20.
What's the elevation of the mountain?
I should know what
you
year it is.
No fuck.
But you didn't ask that
Okay.
question.
Mountain's big.
Okay,
wanted to
so
know
let me
where we
ask
were.
Derek. Hey Derek, do you know what the elevation of the mountains are here?
Why do you care so much?
Because I want to know exactly how much we need to
You want me to
scale
roll
these
again?
We're
mountains
not
right now. in
scaling the
summer.
mountains though.
How much we need to scale the mountains in the summer? Arguably, the temperature difference,
I asked
depending
about.
on the altitude,
I asked about
could be
mountains,
like
kind
a
of.
factor
The
of, like,
highest-
30 degrees.
The highest peaks. No.
Okay.
You asked.
You told me it was the North Elk Range, so maybe I know the elevation.
Okay. Roll me another nature or history check. Recalling.
16.
Okay. So,
Don't need exact.
knowing the exact range is like
I know,
difficult
we
to
use
determine,
that
but
just
you
for-
know that the highest peaks have the like ice and snow perpetually on them, and that is how the water in the rivers gets supplied from the snow peaks
River.
melting. Like it is very clean. It is very
Wonder what's
cold.
barking
It
at
is
me.
hard to breathe.
Huh?
You need
'Cause you're not
tools.
Well, I'm
If you-
stupid.
And also, this world has not been mapped east of this mountain range.
Oh, okay.
So no going east.
So
Got you. I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm just like saying, I'm like,
No,
ooh,
Oh,
like-
you're talking about the mountains we're on right now, not the little mountain we'd have to cross to get.
no, he's talking about the mountain.
Gotcha.
the
I thought he
Elk
was
range.
talking about that thing right there.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait,
no.
the mountain that we have to cross. I thought we had to cross the mountain. I'm stupid. You only show them the maps because they know.
Yeah,
that's why I'm asking
you're,
questions.
you're an
I'm like, oh,
urchin. You've
mountains?
never been educated.
Oh,
We
It's
don't
a
have to cross
mountain.
any
How high mountain?
Mountain's too high, man.
No
Alright, we
cross
don't have to
mountains.
cross the mountains.
Okay.
We have to go through this forest. We get back to the town we came from.
Dope.
We'll get some food and beer.
Add me
Somebody,
a food beer.
Can you drink beer?
What's a town?
you would know that it is called the Troll Forest
It's a place
with that nat 20.
where
This
people
forest that
poop
he
and
mentions is
eat and
the
sleep
troll
and
forest.
stuff.
So
So it's like
And
a
So we
game.
get to kill some trolls.
It's like the game.
we'll probably have to kill some trolls.
Alright, I'm okay with killing
Yeah,
some trolls.
except
I
not.
mean, at least maybe we
in a
sleep in
shit
shifts
hovel.
in the event of
You're
trolls.
surrounded by dirt. I mean, some
It's
of
the
the
troll
houses
forest.
are made of
I
dirt.
didn't say that,
but-
but somebody did, and you must imagine
I-
it's horror.
Yeah, I like the caves.
Yeah, alright.
Let's go to the cave.
Okay.
The
The
caves
mines
are
of
like a
Moria.
swamp.
Is it like brighter like this all the time? Is it always like this?
No,
Yeah.
there's also
For
that.
like, you know, like 6 hours a day. I'm stupid.
What's nighttime?
That's when Dad
That's
comes
when
in.
the sun-
It's like, bro,
Ah,
summer.
actually-
It's
Oh, you guys are going
16
way
hours.
too fast right now. What is the sun?
Yeah,
I
See
this
that
is-
big ball of
this is
fire in
You
the
said the
sky?
sun.
Glow
Okay.
See
orb.
the big ball of fire in the sky? That's the sun.
All right.
You have to understand that he has been inside of this temple for most
Since I
of
was a
his
child,
life.
it's like it,
At this
So,
point.
like,
I was
his
two.
skin should be burning right now.
on pitch black.
He's pitch
All
black.
right.
Just
So it
reflecting
should
all
be
that off.
What do you want? It's 30 more.
Oh god, you're right.
Ah!
He's very hot.
Constitution, Constitution check for you
I
to
got my
see.
ropes on.
Got ropes.
Oh, alright, alright,
You
alright.
got it,
Oh, yeah,
Tieflings
it's alright.
can handle the youth.
They're
I
mountain
mean,
ropes.
They
got like
also
UPS
come
like
from
sound
the
effects
plains
or
of
whatever.
fire. So
Okay.
but it is the first
He's like, bro,
time.
the fire's way over there.
Yeah.
It's so
Come on,
far.
bro. Okay, so you are going to head southwest then?
Yeah, we'll head south.
Jubei is on the way to pick up our order.
Alright.
Oh shoot.
I mean, I feel like these two are pretty much lost completely, and they'll do whatever me and Brock tell them to at this point. And we have no bad intentions to lead them into any traps to die on mountains. So,
You guys are a team at this point.
Yeah,
You
we're,
know.
gonna,
You work,
we're
you
headed
work
through the
through some
forest,
shit.
head back to the town, and get food and beer.
Yeah.
Good beer.
You all
This
noticed
game
that
sucks.
where the temple
Need
was
to bathe.
situated, there was no life that grew nearby, and the ground looked as though it was always blanketed in ash. But
Oh,
now, as you move deeper towards the forest, life springs forth in abundance. Grass begins to coat the earth once again in renewed vigor, and what begins as sproutlings on the border of the troll forest turn into majestic trees, proudly standing tall, challenging even the heights of the giants of old. As you journey deeper into the forest, light is filtered through branches on the trees and is reflected on the dew of the flowers and the moss that adorn the base. Small basins of land filled with pools of water reflect what little light prevails with such intensity that it shines as a beacon to light your way towards the west.
why the fuck would they call this the Troll Forest? Who the fuck shafted this forest with a horrific
It sounds
name?
lovely.
Like, this is a beautiful
So-
place.
I have to introduce this concept as well because now that we are in a campaign, travel distance per days. So
Yeah, how far?
approximately per
I don't know
hour,
these things.
you travel 3 miles per hour in walking speed. You
We've
can
been
make
traveling
this
that for
lower,
8 hours,
or
right?
you can. Yes, let me finish. Sorry. You can make this lower, travel 2 miles a day, and that would be slow, and it would give you advantage on stealth checks as you go through this forest. Or you can go fast and go 5 miles per day. However, after several days of doing this or pushing through doing this, then you would gain exhaustion points once again. However, you would technically
How many
get
times
through
can we do it before we get the exhaustion points?
once.
Okay. I mean, I say we go fast one time. We're not afraid of anything in the Troll Forest.
I think we should just take a leisurely pace and get
Everything is
advantage on the.
really, really interesting. I kind of just want to take my time in Zerville.
Alright.
I got a huge. I'm huge on stealth, guys. I got light
Let's check out
armor
the Troll
+6.
I'm
Can
not
I get
stealthy
one
at all.
more
It's okay. I can
history
scout.
check?
ahead.
Nat 20.
Oh my
Does Dice
god!
say, fuck you, Emily, give the man the information.
Okay, you would know that you are exactly 60 miles away from.
Guys,
Sorry,
pull the trigger.
you are 60 miles away from the Earth, the Halfling village, right? So per day, you would travel 8 hours per day times 3 miles, so you would make 24 miles a day. You would take a little over 2.5 days, 3 days, to.
Okay.
Metagaming, Murak can get us fresh food and water because it's in his background.
Yeah, I'm a
We can
wanderer. I
take
can
a
supply
leisurely
food and water.
Okay, but I just
Just wanna
wanted
make
to
everyone-
let you guys know how
I know.
long you're going to be traveling.
I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying that to.
This is important. You're
No,
trying to
well,
live
no.
inside of a forest.
Like, 'cause I can scout ahead and.
I mean, we can run
I can
through
scout
every
ahead.
once in a while. But let
I can
Then
scout
again,
ahead.
the tiefling who's been in a cave for the last 18 years is like experience.
See, straight.
That just beg us to go slower.
It's like, hey guys,
Guys,
I'm
I'm really hurt still.
I really hurt. Like,
Remember when he split my tail in half?
I don't know what's going on. Like,
What are these trees?
I'm so confused.
Guys, there's no
I don't
need
think
to
you
rush.
understand.
I can scout ahead. I mean, I'm pretty quiet. I know I'm not usually a foresty kind of guy, but I'm very
Look,
I
quiet.
can punch through
Hey,
the water.
you gotta remember.
No, at a normal pace, you can make perception checks while you're going across. If there's
we'll go
something
slow.
of importance, I'll make you guys.
You take
I'll
all of it.
check your
I don't
passive
want to take
perceptions.
constant perception checks. I'm naturally stealthy, so I'd rather just take the slow and get advantage on a stealth check. Was that it, or is it?
Yeah, so
Okay.
at a slow pace, it would be 2 miles per hour, so averaging 2 times 8, 16 miles by the end of the day. So
So
it
it takes
would.
4 days.
Look, you gotta
4
remember.
days.
The second the
4
sun
days
goes down,
versus
Rick's gonna
3.
be freaking
Go-
out because he has never
so-
seen that happen.
So could we, at a slow pace, could we go an extra 2 hours to make it 10 hours traveling instead of 8 hours traveling? Or would that give us the exhaustion?
Every point past 8 hours gives you exhaustion points. You
Even
would
at
give me a
slow
Constitution save, even at a slow pace, because now you're pushing
I don't want to do
9 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours. Each one you would have to give me a Constitution save. On a success, then you don't gain any exhaustion points. However, on a failure, for every hour traveled past 8 hours,
We could
you
rest
would
in the
gain one.
forest.
So
Yeah,
whoever
let's
gets
just
the
travel.
exhaustion. Let's travel.
It doesn't have to be, yeah, it doesn't have to be 8 hours consecutively, but it's 8 hours
Just do
for
normal pace.
24-hour period.
Just normal
Alright,
pace.
so we're gonna
No
trek-
slow
trek
travel.
through the
I
woods.
think normal pace is fine.
Okay. So, you continue forward until light fails you, and dusk blankets the sun once more. The light turns to orange, then to purple, and the shadows which had been kept at bay come out once more to envelop the world in darkness.
See, this is what I was telling you. It
Music
goes
is
down
making
that
it better.
eventually, and it's
Night.
the night. Yes.
What's the
Yes,
point?
night.
I can still see.
No point. No point.
It's when we sleep.
Yeah, we can see too.
Oh.
We can see too. He can't see at all. It's
I
hilarious.
can't see.
He can
No, I
sense us
can't.
with his like weird lizard senses, but he can't see.
But only, yeah, I can only.
I'm
That's,
sorry, that's
that only
really
works
sad.
for like I don't know,
Here.
in like
I'm
that
gonna cast
10
dancing
like
lights.
split
You
steps.
can see now?
10
You can
paces.
see now.
Yeah, look at his hands.
Oh, okay. Ooh, magic show.
So are we making
There's
plans
just a
now?
dragon staring at you.
Just doing like raving with the lights.
Oh, Raven.
Just doing
Yes,
raving with
close.
the lights.
Oh my god! I want to roll and see how impressed I am by this. I don't know what it is.
19!
I'm like,
Holy shit!
This is not
crazy.
We're dying. We're just dying laughing at this because we can see it perfectly.
You see Richard go like this.
He's just kind of. Half the time he's just using one hand, like, you believe this guy? This dragon. He's
I
loving
love this guy.
Did anyone give this guy Molly? Is he on Molly?
Do you guys not think this is like the coolest thing you've ever seen?
No.
No.
I know my hands are special when I just turn off the lights.
Oh.
Back to
Sad
lizard
now.
sense. Sad. Well, yeah, which one
He's
is
like,
it?
lizard sense is just as good as seeing.
It's just as good, okay? I can detect everything within 10 feet. Alright, what can you do? You can just like see or
I
whatever.
can moon you from 15 feet away, that's what I can do.
Alright, Brock, I am gonna need a, if you don't want to use whatever rations you have, I say that each of you has like a week worth of rations. If you don't want to use those rations, then I'm gonna need a survival check from you.
Even with my ability,
No,
even
that's
as
what
a
the survival
wanderer.
check.
Is that what your
Because
thing
as
says?
a wanderer,
Let me read it, please.
I have excellent memory for math and geography. I can always recall the general layout. I can find food and fresh water for myself and for 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Then you're good. Never mind.
Wow!
You're
that's
Wow.
That's what
He
I'm
just
saying
comes
before,
back
like,
with
I was like, we
enormous
should march slow
wild
because
boars
he can
swim
find
over
food
his
and water
shoulder.
every day.
Got it.
That's
I
what
thought
that's
that
what
it
I
was like,
you
he
can't
gets
make,
like,
he's a wanderer, let's
no,
just get-
I thought it was like advantage on those things.
No,
I was
no,
like,
he
you're
just
just,
gets it.
you're just like, yep.
Every day after we're done walking, he just goes out and he comes back with arms full of crap from the woods.
Yeah, I had wanderers.
Found some berries.
Fire, skin of water.
I had wanderers
boars
in my
on
Every
retarded
time
truck.
he fires, he has like firebolt at the tinder.
Alright, so we gotta roll to make our campsite and shit.
I mean,
To see
I,
if we putting up shitty tents.
you could, yeah.
What do we roll? Survival, I guess?
Yeah, survival.
So, 2 of us are gonna do it, and I guess two of us are gonna roll assistance.
Or no, you would give them advantage
Advantage, okay,
on
great.
those rolls.
Yeah,
So two
I
people-
have a +3 to survival.
I'll give
So-
you an advantage.
Okay. And then somebody else, one of you guys.
Well, Dino
I have
will
a
give
0.
Joe
I had a 0 too.
Alright.
I'm gonna do it for the first time. I'm gonna like watch him do it first.
Roll again.
the
Oh my god!
So an 8. Because I had advantage. My first one was a 5. My second one was a 9.
so it's an 8.
My 10
Our
is
10
not
your 10
good.
I got a
sucks, dude.
6, so I watched him do it first. He's like, watch me do it, and I was like, okay.
You just did it slightly better.
So now we have to roll for
You
our
real? No.
No,
No,
you
they
suck.
got advantage
You
because
helped
you
us
guys
build
did
the
the
test.
Yes,
assist.
and they still did a really shitty job.
You know, it's such
That's
a
how you do it,
beautiful
huh?
night out.
That's
You
so
know, you
good.
may as well just sleep out under the stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those types of days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm a lizard.
I think
I
we
get
should
cold.
sleep in shifts, guys.
I need a fire. Can you at least build a fire?
I'll just
Well,
have my
yeah, I
hands up.
gathered wood and I did my laundry. We have a fire.
Oh, thank
We have
God.
a fire.
I
You
can
cast
start
a
fires with my
firebolt
hands,
on the
it's fine.
wood.
I'm a lizard. I need the warmth. Guys, where's my
No, you
incubating
don't.
light?
You don't need warmth. Your blood cools.
I know.
We have a fire. We have a camp, and we should sleep in
If
shifts.
you have
This
body
is the
warmth,
troll fire.
I mean,
What's a troll? Those are those giant guys, right?
Close.
Yeah, what is a troll?
They're stupider. Should I do a history check on trolls?
that would be a history check.
Okay.
I don't know anything. I mean, I know some stuff. I don't know.
16.
I know about
To
like
be fair, I feel like the
humanities
only
and stuff.
history I should know is
18.
about my deity and the cult. It's just like I can recite it.
It really is all you should.
That's all I know.
In the monster manual.
Someone told me a story about
want me
that
to
one time. I
Google?
didn't really believe it,
Nope.
to be honest.
Phil's gonna get all the information about
Because you
trolls.
got a 16.
I
You
got,
got
an
a nat
18. Nat 16, yeah.
Nat 16.
But I
But
had an 18
18.
with my
I understand that, but a nat 20, I would like literally give you like everything.
This is a troll.
But
This
this
is anatomy.
is
You just
not-
described it perfect.
I didn't.
Yeah, you fucking like you know what they can do in battle.
Here's
Like you're like you're like
dictionary definition of troll.
Here are
okay.
his stats. His
From the
HP.
Norse. From the Nordic language.
You would know that a troll
Now.
is a large, giant, chaotic, evil-natured being. Therefore, it
Big
just
bad
eats.
fuckers, bro.
It
Big
eats
bad
and
fuckers.
kills.
You don't want to come across them. They'll try and eat you. And
They
they're real,
can
like,
see
dumb,
in the
but
dark.
They can see in the dark, and they
And they are
Oh.
too tough for
Most of us
this
can see
party
the dark.
to handle.
You guys, I can sense
Oh,
the
what was that last part?
To be fair,
What was
I
that
also-
last thing you said?
I don't know.
She said I think that it's too tough for the party to handle. So let's try and avoid trolls.
Okay.
Maybe we sleep in shifts.
Okay.
All of our needs have been supplied for, so there's no problems. We'll sleep in shifts.
How do you want to
No
divide it?
objections, We should do that.
I have a really high AC, so I'll take one shift, obviously.
Well, 2 people stay up, 2 people sleep.
8 hours of
8 hours each.
sleep. It would be 2 hours each if you all divided
Yeah,
it.
why don't we just do one shift, 1 2-hour shift?
Each
per
person gets a 6-hour rest period, would still constitute
Okay.
a long rest.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay.
But thank you for that.
Wait.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm
So-
just gonna like before it's his shift. I'm just gonna like put like torches around. Here you go, buddy.
Oh, you're such a kind gentleman.
I'm just
Thank
gonna light
you.
'em up.
That's nice of you.
What is the order that we are going in?
I'll stay up first.
Look, I'm still enjoying myself.
I know everything
Who's
about this
number
forest.
2?
I physically can't
He
sleep
wants
right.
to stay up first.
I can't sleep right now. This is so cool.
Alright, fine. But you yell, motherfucker. There's any.
Okay,
No.
so
Yeah, I just send a message in your head. Wake
Yeah,
the
okay,
fuck
do
up.
that. Do
That one. So 1.
Oh, excellent.
and all of you have dark vision except for you.
But there's torches.
that.
There's torches.
There's torches around.
There's torches.
How did you learn the torches?
Like, so if we're like camping, say the Ashray is a camp, I put like 1 at each of the 4 corners.
Okay.
And then I put down like some sticks, wrapped it with some.
At the edge of
Rope.
his 10, like the torches extend to his inner core. Of 10 feet.
So-
Everything.
Second shift, I'm assuming, is Phil.
And we do have
The
fires
fires
in
in
the
the
Oh,
center.
yeah,
the fire's in the center.
So we got a
First
fire in
shift.
the center, and then like.
I'll
a
say
torch
I
in
haven't
each
lit them
corner.
yet. I put them
Between
down.
Joey and Brock, who wants third
So I haven't
shift?
lit the torches yet. I just put them down and I'll be like, when I go to sleep,
Third
I'll light
shift.
the torch.
Okay,
Who wants it?
I'll take it.
No,
Joey takes 3rd shift. I'll take 4th
No, no,
shift. I'll get
wait,
solid
wait.
6 hours of sleep.
Before I'll wake
First,
him up,
yeah.
I'll light the torches for him so they don't run out while he's awake.
Yeah.
So Joey
So
takes
let him
2nd
go.
shift.
Let him go
Okay.
second.
Okay, fine, sure. You want
So-
to start?
Baldino, Joey, Phil.
Fine, done. I don't like her.
I'm the one that's gonna have to roll. We get taxed.
Baldino.
Yes, it's up.
As your first shift, that might be your guys' guy.
Definitely.
We'll take like 2-second break and then.
We
Yeah,
can
but
eat.
like-
I can eat.
No, I know you
Right.
can eat and play at the same time. I'm just saying so that way we can
Listen,
get this done.
Should I put out the joint?
No. Oh,
Poor timing.
yeah, I guess.
nah, just finish it, bud. Finish the joy.
There was more.
But it's right here.
I also don't necessarily want to be drinking wine with my nazes, so.
Either do I. So I'll try to finish the lunch for
Fine,
you.
fine, fine. I'll wait.
Emily, you want more or no? Emily, you smoking still or no?
Well, yeah, let's finish the joint.
Emily, you smoking or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I was doing DM stuff.
I know. I just need a yes or no.
No,
So
no,
should I pass the Brock or should I continue to wait for you? That's all I wanted to know.
Pass out the food and then we'll keep them.
Mine has fries on
So
it.
is mine.
Mine has no tomatoes.
Mine's just plain chicken.
That has tomato.
Oh, mine's a lamb. Sorry. That's
Mine's yours.
a chicken. What was it? $9.
I don't think so. Maybe.
Both of them too.
It's all good.
It's the only way you're
Sorry,
gonna
what
find out.
happened? You know what happens? Well,
You gave us
I'm awake and I'm
I need
hyper with
you-
joy.
I need you to make me a perception check.
Yeah, I'm not good at those.
That's okay. Just go for it. Go for it.
Oh, +3. That's actually. That's a 2.
I
I am way too excited.
Well, Dino, do you want
You know-
extra white sauce?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay, there you go. That's all
It
good.
is quite literally, like I said before, the first time that you have actually laid your
Yeah, I'm
eyes.
super excited.
Yeah. And now that you're laying underneath an open canopy of the sky in this clearing that you guys have found, just on this little clearing, you notice all the twinkling things moving across the sky. Things you didn't know were even in existence.
It's so beautiful. The world is so beautiful.
You perceive no
the
threat
fucking
during
ground.
your shift.
As I rub my marble.
feel like I'm
I feel like he should know nothing about the outdoors, so he should hear like a squirrel running around and
I
freak
feel like-
out and yell for help.
I'm totally okay with that. I'm totally okay with waking him up. Oh my god, intruder! Intruder! Intruder!
Can you roll? Can you roll for it?
I
don't know. I guess.
I
guess
rolled a
it-
fucking 2, okay? If something, if
yeah.
I'm gonna get spooked, it's now.
You don't perceive anything except for what you're looking at.
Okay.
Your focus is solely up here and not on the surroundings. Therefore, you are not doing a good job at guarding them as a party.
That sounds about right.
Well, I gave him first shift. It's still early in the night. The sun just fell. It's like 8 p.m.
So, the end of your shift comes near.
Okay, we're okay.
You wake up, Phil.
No,
Joey.
Joey.
And he likes the
I wake him up and I light the torches for him.
Joey is next.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wait. Before I wake him up, I go around and
This
I
is
light.
why I asked you guys to order.
We said that.
We
though.
changed it though. We
No, we
agreed to
told
change it.
you. It was.
Because I'm gonna light the torches.
I
and
thought
go
you
back.
had acknowledged it. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Apologies.
So before I wake him up, I'm gonna walk around to each one of the torches I placed, light all the torches, and then go.
Did you get red sauce on yours?
Okay,
I was
so Joey,
I think I had yours.
during your
I didn't
shift,
get red sauce.
the inside of the circle of the torches
That
is clearly visible. However, the torches only provide light in about like a 2-foot radius outwards from the party.
This way, like there's a bonfire in the middle, and then.
Bonfire in the middle, light provides 2 feet in either direction, towards the middle, towards
Wait,
you
so-
guys where you are completely illuminated, and in a 2-foot radius outside of where you are.
Wow, that sucks. Okay.
It's a torch.
There's a stick in the ground, then.
It's not.
Tied to it.
I wasn't expecting.
It's
I
a
was
4
hoping
feet
for-
diameter, which is pretty decent. I mean, it's enough to like, you
I
know,
took you, like,
in
one
front of
finger
your
and
way,
tied it
like,
together. On fire.
yeah.
Whatever. I'll just yell for help.
So I need you, because of your dark vision and the lack of visibility past a certain point, to roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
They still have ears, though, right?
You do.
Cool.
I know you're not. I'm not saying that you are, but you're
But
in
you
a
can't see
position. You're like,
Just one.
yeah. Most animals' first
You
primal
want any
use
more than I'm leaving?
of the joint. Sure, I'll go for it.
I'll take it. I just feel like I started eating, so I'm not taking it.
Or if what was it?
Disadvantage perception check.
Oh, disadvantage in perception. Still 14, so 18 the second time. So 14, yeah, plus 0, so 14.
Again, you are definitely a lot more noticeable of your surroundings as well, but now you're having to rely on your hearing just as much as your sight, because your sight is failing you in this regard. However, throughout your shift, you don't notice anything.
Can I get up and walk towards
the
the
perimeter?
torch? Just get not leave the site, because if I walk, I can sense anything about 8 feet outwards. If I get
From
to it.
that point,
If I'm
once
still
you
in
have
the light, yeah, I won't be able to see it, but I can sense it. Nothing can be invisible.
Okay,
to me.
so it's just like a normal
Yeah, I
ability
just
that
wanna
you
walk
have.
out and just
No,
walk.
listen to me finish. So it's just a normal ability that you have. It doesn't give you advantage on rolls or anything. It's like specifically stated. Okay.
Yeah. No, I just
Cool,
want
cool,
it
cool.
a part of
No,
my
no, no,
watch.
no,
I
no,
want
no, no,
to,
no. It's okay. So
That's fine.
once
Fine,
you
good.
reach out, I just need to know these things so I can determine rolls and stuff like that. Okay, so you reach the perimeter of where the torches are on the outside of the radius. I'm too high now. Fuck. You close your eyes and let your blind sight try to lead you and how far out it goes. In this, now you hear the rustling of squirrels or the rustling of other small nocturnal mammals that are traveling.
They're crepuscular. But I wouldn't know that. But they're crepuscular.
Actually, you're the second shift. So at this point, yours is more. He was 2 hours. So say like sunlight went down at like closer to like 10 o'clock. Now you're in like the 12 to 2 cycle. So it's not quite crepuscular. It is actual full-on nocturnal.
Alright.
It's yes, like a lot of field mice are, or like small rodents that live in like fields that are necessary to see pigment in order to determine which are like edible and which are poisonous and shit like that.
I just know that because of archery.
Yeah. I know the term for archer, I never actually knew it.
However, besides these creatures, you don't really hear much of anything.
Okay.
Just the wind and the trees, the rustling of branches.
So the rest of my watch goes
On uneventful.
okay, so then I go and wake up at dark. Right, dark.
No
Yes.
whack.
Perception check.
Yeah.
So I'm mad what you perceive.
Nat 20.
Oh my god! Fuck.
What's up?
It's the second session in a row.
You got
This is the
3
third
already.
session in a row, and it's 3 this time. I perceive everything. I'm an omnipotent being.
The first combat we get into, you're gonna be rolling.
Where's that troll hiding? Just fill
Okay, so
Is it a loaded dice? Did you buy loaded dice?
Roll it. Roll it.
yeah, I
Roll it. Joking.
God
Please
damn.
check it. I will not be offended. Because it's not loaded, so that...
Not loaded. Not loaded.
That was
Don't use all your.
no.
rolls,
You're gonna
so-
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just showing you. I'm just that good. Turn it on.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just that good.
Okay.
Focuses on the hot rolls
Oh
only.
God,
Racist.
you fucking. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm all those things and more. Whatever you're thinking.
All right.
Hot rolls only, baby.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Yeah!
Okay, stop. All right.
How
Okay,
about
sorry.
that troll?
Sorry.
So during your night shift, as you're watching out,
I'm scanning.
there's something inside of you, something like a power within that just alerts you to something traveling. It is going, if you're facing this way towards the west, so it is traveling southward, and you hear it on the east side of your party.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
It's definitely more than one creature.
How big they
You-
are, how far?
It is not the heavy footprints or the footsteps of a troll. 100% it's not. However, it is too few feet to be four-legged animals. Yeah. Words in English.
Can you tell how far away they are?
Nat 20. They're not on top of your party, but they are still close enough for you to perceive them. So you would probably put them at
Our
a
Christian's
range.
60 feet.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I would
Okay.
put it as a range, and it's also behind him.
Sure.
At a range of like 15 to 45. It's hard to tell because
Whoa.
there are. Yeah, so it's not on top of you, but it is
But they're
close
not far away.
by.
And they're east moving south.
They're to the east of you, moving southward.
I'm gonna wake up Murak because he's been sleeping the longest, and I'm
Okay.
just waking him up a little early. And I'm gonna be like, "Hey man, just so you know, we got a few bogeys that way. They might pass right by us, but just in case,
Let's go.
all right.
We can't have anyone come and mess with us while we're sleeping.
Should we wake up everyone else?
Do we really want his head? Let us apply
We don't know what.
You could just like.
No,
I can't say it.
You can't, you're asleep. You and Joey.
we're using.
Do we need the help?
I have no idea.
Fucking wake him.
You tap them awake.
You guys are.
Joey just went to sleep like 45 minutes ago,
Solid
and
wake up.
Torin just woke up like 45 minutes ago from a
He
nap,
slept
and
for 4 hours before that.
No, it's up to.
no, he slept 2, and then he took the second shift,
He's
and then you woke him up.
I just slept for 2 hours. Like, that's it. Like, I slept like 2 hours.
He's groggy. He's not at the point of like exhaustion, but he's definitely like.
I'm gonna use my.
Why?
What do you tell us? I'm like in my mind, like, why did you wake me up? Man, I was dreaming.
Got a few bogeys to the east. They're moving southward. Might pass right by us.
But I'm gonna use my,
Murak here.
I'm gonna use my
wants to
cantrip.
murder.
The 70 says that. I'm gonna use my control cantrip just to turn off all the fires. It's really. I'm going back to sleep.
Now you are in
Alright.
pitch darkness. Everybody.
I'll come outside with you guys for like 20 minutes. And
But you can't
keep
see.
moving. Well, I can fight, but like, I'll come outside with you guys for 20 minutes. If they pass, then I'm going back to sleep. If they stay there, then let's go kill them. Like his ass.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah, all right. Murak agreed. We talked Murak into it somehow.
You mean Torin?
No,
Torin's
Torin
gonna-
convinced Murak to not attack them.
Not attacking.
Not just yet. We're gonna wait. I'll go out and hang out with the 3 of them.
So we're waiting back at
And
campsite
we'll wait
with
for
the torches
like,
off.
We'll wait
and
for,
I'm
like,
still perceiving them, and we're seeing if they move past us or if they choose to engage. But we're maybe ready in action in case they choose to.
So
Weapons are drawn. Attack is prepared.
you travel towards the east. You are still staying within.
We traveled.
Yeah, we're
No,
not-
we're not. We're not doing it.
We're just gonna stand. We're gonna go a couple feet where the torch line was. I know it's dark. They're out, but we're going towards the torch line, and we're just gonna
That's what you're
face
saying.
them.
We're heading to the east edge of the
Okay.
camp.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
you're facing the east edge. You're trying to perceive. You're all on alertness at this point. As you wait now in pitch darkness, Joey's sense can only reach out about 8 feet around him.
10 feet.
10 feet. So you reach out 10 feet around you. There's nobody in your perceptible area of light.
I'm just like eyes closed, hand on the blade, like.
But
So-
I should see them though. Yeah.
You, okay, 15 to 45 feet. There is dense coverage from the trees.
Okay.
I want another perception check for people trying to use their eyes.
I'm sleeping.
14.
I thought you got an
No, 14.
13.
So,
Well,
as
if you wanna
you're
change, like,
looking forward and
that helps.
straining your eyes, you see that they're closer to the 45 feet marker.
Mhm.
They are, you see the images of some people on ground and some people in trees hopping. They are moving at a fast pace to the south. They don't seem to be changing in direction at all. They are just heading straight down.
Man, I don't know. Metagaming, but I don't know what you cooked up for us. This could be really dangerous. It could be super cool. I'm scared. I don't want to die.
I don't climb trees.
I should be.
I'm
They're
not
up
like
in
some
the trees.
survivalist
I don't
to
climb
run around this forest at night.
You can't see nothing at all, so
Yes.
you're like, I'm not. You're not super eager
I just
to
got my blinds
engage.
that like.
Murak's not into
You're like,
people.
there is no danger here.
Murak's not into people that are in the trees. I'm scared because I don't want to get killed by burning hand from behind me or something if shit pops off. So I'm just gonna go like, all right, we'll just let them pass then, and
You
go
wait
back
for
to
the
sleep.
break of day. Okay, cool.
So we sent
So,
Thorin back to
In
bed.
that case,
Yeah.
Torin goes back to bed. Marak, are you going back to bed as well before your shift?
I mean, my shift starts in an hour.
Once they're
so-
passed, you can At whatever point that is, you can go.
How long is left in the shift? Like, if I choose not to go back to sleep,
So,
do I not get my
It was
long rest?
45 minutes into no. You would just start later in the day, maybe. You know what I mean?
You just
Like
skip
instead of
breakfast.
leaving at a prompt 8 a.m., now you're pushing it towards
9 o'clock.
9, 10. Yeah.
Alright, we'll just do that. I'll
Okay.
stay awake. And
With that, the end of Derek's shift. Now it is Murak's shift, and I need a perception check from you.
7.
Your night, the rest of the night into the morning hours reveals more things in the distance. However, you notice those shapes in the distance at night, but you don't perceive anything in the daytime.
Okay.
So, do you
You start telling myths of night.
Yo,
Those damn
they're
night
baboons.
Wait,
We
what?
just get horde attacked by like a bunch of baboons in the forest. Like
you
8 of them.
continue in the same direction? I am assuming.
Yeah, we're still heading towards the town.
Yeah, we packed up camp and our shitty tents.
Thank
like,
God we can-
They were not tents. You decided to scrap that idea. You know, the fresh, cool air is just so nice on the body.
Mine looked just like his.
We just have blankets and packs that. Okay.
You can have this other coaster because I finished my first coffee and now I'm working on
Do
Joey's.
you want more?
Yeah, actually, that would be sick.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Alright. Oh wait, I want you. Quick survival check.
12.
Okay. So, it was a lot easier to perceive where you guys were geographically when you were on the borders of the forest looking towards the forest. However, now that you are fully surrounded by trees, you have to rely on more naturist things in order to navigate southwest towards the Halfling Freelands. You successfully figure out which direction you're going, pushing back your start time to closer to like a 10-ish, but nonetheless, you find the direction based on how the wind is blowing, knowing that the
No.
wind is coming from the west.
I can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlement, and other features around. I have an excellent memory for maps and geography.
God.
Well, it's a great background. I had it when I was a monk. A really stupid monk.
Being a wanderer is great when you're stuck in the forest.
All right.
We're not going to get lost in your forest.
Yeah, that's all that's really going on. I know how to get us home.
Alright, yeah. So
Yeah,
you know, you're like, the wind is coming at me this way. Now we go towards the west.
He just looked at this guy and went, sun that way? Alright, this way.
You're also like
Huh?
noticing angled down towards the sea, towards that way. Yes, got
Just like,
it.
this is amazing.
How does he do it? Every morning.
Does everybody do this?
Do you have to sniff the shit to know where it came
We're like,
from?
nah, be weird.
I'm just gonna like, whatever you've done, I'm trying to imitate it for a couple of days.
That works.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
Little child like behind.
So, you find the angle of the dangle towards the southwest.
Yep.
You continue on throughout this day. The events are uneventful. We come to the close of one another. And... Okay. Night shifts. Same order.
Yeah. Same setup.
Perception.
That's explained.
12.
I'm a little less skeptical. But I've seen the lights, not bad.
Yeah. So now that you're like noticing, looking out to the distance, you don't perceive anything particularly of interest or anything to denote. It's just the same. Now this time, crepuscular animals. But your shift goes on uneventful.
Okay, do I notice? Do I notice that? It's gonna be like saw this creature. I'm just describing. I'm gonna describe it.
So it is a small, like can fit in your hand creature that is completely gray. Its face is almost flattened, but it has a very long nose. You did not perceive any eyes.
Yeah, so I saw this like little like thing. Like,
Cross puppies. You used to get them at the city.
You roll me
When
a
I was-
deception check, and you roll me an
Wait,
insight.
I choose to believe him as a gullible.
Let me finish.
No, you have.
No. I
All right,
choose
fine.
to believe
Then
him.
okay, but you have to roll me a deception.
All right.
Okay, so let me finish. When I was young,
When they hear this, though,
let him finish his story.
when I was young, the
Cross
runner,
track.
we used to get them at the local whorehouses. The guy that ran it used to pay me as a kid to kill fucking rats, and then they would feed me.
Oh.
Or sorry, cross puppies.
the crotch puppies. Okay. I wonder if the other guys have seen these crotch puppies before. I'm gonna ask them in the morning.
I got it 18 plus 1, so no, when you said it's a deception,
Deception.
yeah, it's 19.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
chose.
So
to
and he
accept-
chose to forego his insight check. So like okay, but like also that would have been a contested roll, and that would have been so hard to beat. Like oh my
Push
god.
it to me. I did not beat him.
Yeah. So completely convinced. Like this is like.
Crash puppies!
And now you think of Torin as a mightier warrior.
Like you might not.
So Tori told me at a time he used to kill crotch puppies in this place for food.
You're like, wow, I would do the same thing.
We're still.
We were all asleep now. But again, though, I light all the torches for him before I go to bed.
Joey, deception check.
Just side note, I have no idea. It
It's
sounds
a-
like a mouse, but no,
it's a
it's a mole. It's a mole.
It's a mole.
Just
Moles
a
don't
regular
have.
mole.
They have.
Right, I remember.
He's perceiving it as like no eyes,
I
but
just
they
I'm
are
high
very
and forgot
tiny
that
but
mouse
covered in
existed. I don't
fur.
even know moles existed. I grew up in the city. So I'm just lying. I grew up in the city. I'd have no idea what that is.
It's fine.
That's true.
I have
You
no
wouldn't.
idea.
Well, yeah.
Like,
I
crash
mean,
puppies.
on occasion, you would be sent out into the forest on your quests and your missions for your daimyo. But right now it's not like you're just confused by what the fuck you just said. Like that was weird, and and then you're like, oh, now this is an opportunity to fuck with this guy because he's retarded.
I've never been outside. I'm not retarded. I've just never been here.
Alright, I'm gonna roll my
Confused.
I'm gonna roll my
I'm
perception
so
now. Alright, I'm gonna roll my perception for the end.
Yes, with disadvantage.
This is
Towards-
advantage. Oh, nice. 4.
All right.
See if it can get lower. Yeah, it did.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, you were like talking to like Richter the other day about like how pretty the stars were, and you know they are like really
Really
fucking
pretty.
nice here. You know what I mean? Like shit, like. You have been in cities a lot, right? And the pollution of those cities always seems to be cloudier around
The
those
shit
areas.
fumes.
The shit fumes, exactly.
The pooping day. Everyone,
Only one day of the week, everybody poops in the streets.
you do a 5-day fast and then you poop.
He's like, think about how bad food in the streets is when you smell with your tongue.
This is great out here. I'm loving it. Do we have to go back? Everyone's asleep. So I'm just thinking that's myself.
I just could not make that
Out
joke.
loud,
No,
Somebody had to make that joke.
It was amazing.
Alright, so
Thank you guys.
Oh god, we got to get.
Phil,
Oh, so
What?
people, great.
You didn't perceive anything.
you didn't, yeah.
See if anything.
You got a 2.
Alright,
What,
here we
what
go.
did you...
I was hoping we weren't about to get mollywopped by some trolls or something.
Ooh, I almost hit it. 14. Almost did it.
So, you having perceived the first bout of people You are on extra alert. However, this night you don't perceive anything. Your night goes by uneventful.
Oh.
Same thing. It's just noises of the forest.
Sitting there, generally alert. I don't perceive anything whatsoever.
And then Brock,
Calm down, like a-
early into the morning,
14.
same thing. You don't perceive anything.
Alright.
Sun's
God, no, we just traveled to the
That was
forest,
the
guys.
end of day 2, so we're not far from 10.
So when he wakes up in the morning, I'm gonna ask him. Hey, Ryan, have you ever heard of what did you say?
Crotch puppies.
Crotch puppies before?
Yeah, they travel around poorhouses. They use special shampoo to get rid of them.
They are.
Wait,
huge.
what?
Yeah. I sorry. What this thing was. Okay, look, it was like a thing. It was like a small thing. It had like a long nose and like no real eyes and like a tail.
We saw a fucking rat.
No tail.
Oh, sorry, no tail. There wasn't a tail.
No tail. The body of it is almost shaped like a
Oh, definitely not a rat.
beetle.
No, not a rat.
It's like
He said
imagine
it.
like a mini bear almost. Like it's like a
mini
bigger
bear?
nose with like a big nose. Like
Circle
like,
your
a big nose like a rat.
body. Its legs go out like this.
Oh, you mean a bum weevil?
No. It's definitely.
Hold on.
Deception
18.
plus whatever
That's it, 18.
insight.
I would just like to. I really believed him though. Like, I don't
I know,
about
but now you're being
We
questioned with
we
a
could
new
be
piece
talking
of
about the same
information.
creature by a different name.
this. 9:14.
Now you're really thinking maybe it was a bum weevil, but you have no description to match a bum weevil at this point.
I'm just gonna like in my
It's
mind.
like a
just
mouse.
have
Am
a story.
I awake in here too?
I'm just gonna put my message
They're
out.
like,
every-
they're like mice. You've seen a mouse in the temple, right?
Yeah.
It's like a mouse but
Delicious.
no tail, and they live in your butt.
Then whose butt did it come out of last night? I was awake.
It can-
It was looking for a new home. Be careful.
Yeah, watch your bum.
I think crotch puppies and
Don't
bum
poop.
weevils are in the same family.
if you squat over the wrong hole,
They're in the same family, definitely.
Do you
bum
understand
weevils
what's going
and
on?
crotch puppies, yes, they are
You
definitely
think
cousins of one
I was
another.
messing with him, or are you just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm curious.
I like it.
As you are setting out to leave, you reach.
Special shampoo to get rid of. I get where you're coming from.
I told them they used to kill crotch puppies.
They get
We get food and
Sorry.
As you are leaving the camping area of this site and moving further towards the southwest, you now observe footprints on the borders of where you guys were.
How the fuck did nobody see this last
Is that a bum weevil?
When
night?
we're getting close to the town, there's
You-
Much smaller.
right?
You are one of your class. You fucking. I hate you so much. Okay, so so you notice that these are humanoid footprints.
It's probably the trail to the town to the forest.
You notice.
What direction are they going?
I'm about to tell you.
Ah.
You notice that the footprints are facing towards your party. And it seems to be in a row of them, all facing and
So they were
standing on
surrounding us last night.
Now, as you look closer upon further examine, actually,
My thing
give me
says-
what? Let me see what it says.
It says nothing about all these things you're saying I should know right now.
Okay, so this one, no, but you notice the footprints.
Yeah.
But you see them, anybody can see like a footprint
Right.
heading in a particular direction. Now, you can give me a survival check.
Okay, I get +3 to that.
Yeah, remember, I'm gonna give him assistance because everything he's been doing survival-wise, I've just been mimicking for the past couple of days.
Okay, but you've never done it before.
I know,
It's
but I'm
more
just sitting
like
there
you're-
mimicking.
He's giving me the help action.
It's-
Giving him the help action, yes.
17 + 3, so 20.
So, like, as he's doing it,
Okay.
I'm asking why he's doing it, and he's like, yeah,
This
this
is
is why
why
I'm doing it. And then he's
Yeah.
like,
This is how you
going
survive
over a
in
little
the
slower
woods.
this time because he's trying to explain it. It's like really focused.
So you got a 20.
20. Not a nat 20, but a 20.
You notice that the ground where they were Suddenly, the footprints step forward, and it's just the two of us. And then suddenly, you don't see any footprints, but you see some kind of weird dragging motion. You see that this weird dragging motion leads to the trees. You see that those motions now, as you're looking up the trees, you notice subtle things like broken branches as it climbed up. And now you notice that the angle of the branch that this particular person that you were following the tracks of got up to the top and then would have had a perfect line of sight into your party's group.
Can you share this information with us?
Yes.
Guys,
So
I
they're
wanna-
hunting us. We are gonna find them and kill them.
Guys, I want to climb the tree and see if I can see him. I've got a great
Go
acrobat. I'm very
It's a great
agile.
first step to find
That's
them
a
and kill them.
great first step. We're gonna find them and murder them all. They're
Let's
clearly
see.
hunting us. They
How
cannot
high are
be
the
left
trees?
alive.
Can Vance
How
tell?
high are the trees?
Yeah, how what, I
So
wanna
the
see
I'm
elevation,
gonna go up there.
stop. The elevation of the tree branch above you guys